That was Finn playing the piano at 5 a.m. in Heathrow Airport shortly before we were about to board a flight headed to Tanzania in Africa. I'd love to tell you a little bit more about our trip. Finn, how are you feeling about our excursion to Tanzania? Really?
It's 2 minutes past 5 in the morning and we're at Heathrow Airport checking in for our flight to Amsterdam and we haven't gone to bed yet.
How much sleep did you have last night?
I didn't sleep.
On this trip was Josh, Finn, myself, and that's Greg behind the camera. We were headed to the remote region of Bagamoyo in Africa, Tanzania, and as usual, we were running dangerously late for our flight. The purpose of our trip was to meet a woman called Ashley Washburn, who's making a huge impact to the education system in Bagamoyo and surrounding areas. We were to spend a week with her, following her work in the area and documenting the way she uses Skype in an interesting way. Tanzania itself is a mind-blowingly beautiful place. But it's also remote, which means that things like the economy, basic infrastructure, and the education system suffer. That's where Ashley and her charity Asante Sana were stepping in. After an 8-hour flight, we arrived tired and delirious.
We've arrived in Tanzania. Now we're headed to Bagamoyo.
We found out about Ashley's story originally through our research whilst developing the Following Heart series. We then started to learn more about the charity she runs, Asante Sana, and the work that it does in Tanzania, and so we decided to come out and make a film. So the next morning we got up early, prepped our gear, and sat down with Ashley in order to learn more about her story and what the last couple of years have been like.
The last 5 years have been challenging, frustrating, joyful, and it made me so proud. Day to day, it seems like it's taking so long, and year to year, so much is going on. Asante Sana for Education is a non-profit organization that educates children of all ages in Tanzania, from preschool through university.
On our first day, we visited AMAP Primary School. AMAP is a preschool, serving 90 students between the ages of 4 to 6, and is funded and run entirely by Asante Sana. On this day in particular, it was sports day, which meant a day out on the beach.
So we've attached the GoPro here and for this young boy here. He's catching some good action shots.
Basically, Josh decided I wasn't a good cameraman, so he's fired me. And apparently this guy's doing a better job. Good job. While supporting these students full-time, Ashley and her team have also been responsible for helping fund and build 2 secondary schools in remote locations in the surrounding areas of Bagamoyo. Travelling out to visit these schools, it's easy to see why education is so important to these students. Without Asante Sana's support, lots of these children simply wouldn't be able to afford or wouldn't have access to education. Education is these kids' liberation from poverty. It's a chance for a better future. We are at the Menindi Primary School and we have Darwin the drone out on the floor and we're going to attempt to do a shot where we fly it over the school and over the top of the kids. Hopefully not hitting any kids.
Drone, say my drone.
Yeah.
D-R-O-N-E, drone.
Lastly, we sat in on a Students Empowering Students session, in which Ashley connected students in America and around the world to her students in Tanzania via Skype. It was a really touching process to watch.
One of the first Skypes we ever did was to connect my Tanzanian students with my other passion, which is the Covenant Preparatory School in Hartford, Connecticut. I thought that these kids and my kids here had so much in common, and I wanted them to meet each other, not just through letters. So we tried Skype, and it worked.
Hi. I have a question to a boy who has the orange necktie. Do you help your parents at home?
My name is Donovan Edwards. I'm in the 6th grade, and yes, I do.
And how do you help?
Take out the trash and clean the dishes.
And the first time they saw each other was wonderful because my students here in Tanzania thought that all American students looked like me. And they were like, wow, these kids look like us. They talk like us. They're not as different as we thought. They're learning both what's different and much more what's alike. And they connect when we have electricity.
And what do you get from it? You get something from doing it? You get something back?
I get a lot of love back. It just makes me proud of them. Really, really proud of those students. Because they're doing it. It just fills my heart.
So you'll never stop.
I'll never stop. When I'm home, my heart's here. Every minute of the day when I wake up, I can do whatever I have to do. Because I know what I'm doing is nothing compared to what they're doing for their education. They're doing all the hard work. I'm just supporting them. We're just blessed with where we're born. It's not, I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose to be born in the United States any more than my students chose to be born where they are. But they all deserve an education. Everybody does.
If you want to get involved in helping improve education in developing countries such as Tanzania, or if you want to get in touch with Asante Sana themselves, I've left a couple of useful links in the description below. Finally, we'd like to extend a huge thanks to Ashley Washburn, her family, and the team at Asante Sana for having us.